Welcome. This is Melinda Barlow, CZT, Certified Tangle Teacher. And today's lesson is Domizil by Silky Wagner. And I have done Domizil here. You see it? And I've done it on a couple of linear bookmarks. Here on gray. I love working on gray paper. And here's another one that I've done. And I've taken Silky's like standalone little tangle and made it something that I feel can fill in space. So we'll set these aside, and I'm going to teach it on a bookmark. Oh, and by the way, you can get a template for these great note cards on my website. Just going to show you a few. Some of them I haven't worked on, but aren't they just some fun note cards that you can tangle on? Oops, bumped my camera. Okay, so now I'm back, and I'm just going to go straight with my pen. And Silky does hers in a straight line, and I thought if I gave it a little curve, I might just give it something different. So I'm just going to take my pen, and I'm going to draw a curvy line down my bookmark. And I'm going to need some reference points to draw from, so I'm going to put a little dot about 3/4 of an inch apart down my line. And I'm really not going to worry how many I have, because I can always end with just a half of one of her domizils. So now I'm going to come back up to this top one, and we're going to make one domizil and then complete it, and then I'll show you how we add the rest. We're just going to take a little line, come out from that dot, and curve up to the point. And we're going to do that 3 times. And then I'm going to come from this point and come down to this dot. Come out a little, curve out, and do it 3 times. So I'm just echoing 3 times. And now I'm going to come from the center and go halfway on both sides, twice, and then connect. Center, come halfway, and I like to do it twice, and then connect. And that is Domizil. So I'm going to we'll just put my little bookmarks here where you can see how I have just played around with Domizil. And I'll show you how I did this one that's kind of in a center and worked my way out. So now I come back to this dot that I made, and I'm going to go up to here. So I'm going to do both halves. And then repeat that. There's 2 and 3. Now go halfway down on both sides, then half again, and then cap it off. Halfway down, half again, and then make a little cap off. And that is Domizil. So I'm just going to continue to go down. We'll see how I end up here. I might end up with a half of one. It looks like I am. I'm kind of glad when I did it in class, I ended up even, but I had a couple of students that ended up with a half of one, and I wanted to show you what you can do with just a half. And I'm looking, I thought I had one with just a half on here. Doesn't look like, but I will end up with half. So I'll speed up the camera and then come to the end and show you how I do a half of one. Okay, now we're down here, and I'm just going to do a half of one, and I'm going to start here at the end, and I'm going to go up, and I'm going to do it 3 times, and then I'll just come up halfway, twice, half again, and I'm just going to cap off the bottom. And there's my half of a domizil. And now you can go in and do some shading. I would shade with my pencil from the bottom. I like to shade from where it's darkest, so I'm going to shade, put a little graphite in between each one of these. Then take my shading stump and blend it. I can show you on the brown one. I went back in and put some little circles. It's not quite finished, but I would just add some circles here and then color them in white. You can see on the brown bookmark, brown paper, I have added white shading and gray. I love that you can put your pencil, or you can use your jelly roll to give it some highlights. Or I can add gray. I could even add a brown pen with that. I love the two. Also on this bookmark, I just have had some fun with it. And then to do it on the round, on the square tile like this, I just did domizil. And I will show you on a little white. I just did the same thing. I just made a curvy line. And then I have a center point, and then one in between each one of those. So I have 3 lines. That'll allow me to have 2. And then I'm going to just repeat that step out. This one was a little wide, so I'm going to come and fill in there with my 3rd step. There. Half again, and cap it off. Half. That one's a little small. There, we'll do a little bigger. Even if you have mistakes, there's no mistakes in Zentangle. Only opportunities. And we'll make the other side. Can you see where I'm going with this? To make it create this step. Slide over a little bit with my camera. Halfway down, half again, cap it off. Halfway down, cap it off. Now, to create this, I'm just going to bring my line through here and repeat. And that's how I got this. And then I took some and just did some half domizils out here on the ends. Beautiful tango by Silky Wagner. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial and have a great time with domizil. And enjoy.